Okay, folks, so originally the professor video was going to be the final watcher video I would do, at least for the foreseeable future, until, there was an update, or at the very least until the Watcher TV platform officially launched sometime next month. Now, in the update video, the Watcher crew said that, hey, for the Patreon members, we're going to be giving you a code in order to get free access to Watcher TV. And also, you are able to contact us for a full refund immediately if you have already purchased a subscription or membership to Watcher TV. Now, at first I was like, oh, wow, okay. So Patreon members get like a free membership. I guess that pretty much makes sense because they're already on Patreon and they're giving, money each month. So them having free access to the streaming platform, oh, okay, I guess that adds up. It's like, hey, you're already paying on Patreon, so here's a code so you can at least have early access to ad-free content while everyone else will get it for free. They'll just have to wait a little while for it to come to YouTube. Okay, I guess that adds up. But people have been telling me, hey, that code they've been giving away, it's only good for 3 months. So I will say this. It would have been better if they would have said that in the video. I think that would have been better if they said that in the video, because I think it's just one of those things where unless you are on the Patreon platform, then you wouldn't know about that. I guess that they put up a post in Patreon stating this, because I actually went to go check. And I couldn't see the whole thing because I'm not a Patreon member, but thankfully, if you just Google anything, it will pop up on Reddit or a number of other platforms. But yeah, they definitely should have included that in the video. Now, it makes sense in the context of I'm thinking about some of the platforms I have, like BET Plus when that first launched. I did read about the, what is it called? Dropout? What is it? Dropout? Because College Humor has their own kind of streaming platform, but they have it where, hey, you can get a free month before you commit to a full-on subscription. And I feel that with Watcher, it's just kind of weird, though. You would think Patreon members, especially those in the higher tiers, I believe the lowest tier is like $5 a month. And then the streaming platform is $5.99 a month. So, at the very least, you would think those who are in tiers that are above $5 would be able to access Watcher TV for quite some time. It just doesn't seem like 3 months is a good enough pass here. But then again, I guess my biggest question is, does the code expire? Like, case in point, let's say I was a Patreon member. And this whole ordeal went down a week ago. So yeah, last week on the 19th. So let's say the code, could have gave the update apology this week. Let's just say the code was accessible as early as Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. If I have to use the code, let's say I use it now. That means for the remainder of April and for a good chunk, if not the majority of May, would there just not be any new content on Watcher TV? Essentially, would the only content on Watcher TV be the content that's already on their YouTube channel for free? Meaning that with the 3-month free code, I'm wasting about 1.5 months. So basically, almost half of that free coupon, if you will, has already expired by the time new content has been uploaded. Like I've been saying over and over, I'm a puppet history guy. And let's say we don't get any puppet history until, the summer. So let's say July wouldn't be, here until what? A couple months from now. So remember these dates, I'm just speculating. Let's just say that mid-July is when puppet history season, whatever season it is, debuts, and then they drop 1 episode per week or something like that. Well, most of my free 3-month code is already expired. So I doubt that the code would last long enough for me to access puppet history for free. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know. And then also, how Shane joked in the goodbye video about share your password, we don't care. But then come to find out somebody said that, hey, the password's only good for 3 devices. So imagine, let's say, your TV, your phone, and your computer. So sharing is going to be like, well, yeah, I can only share with 2 other people. So there you go. But yeah, what do you think about this? Do you think the Patreon members getting a 3-month code is good enough? Do you feel like it's this is a soft spot? It's pretty good. I think that overall, it's like I said, at the beginning of the week, the update video they gave Monday, if that was the original video that dropped on the 19th with some tweaking, things might have worked out better in their favor. Like, hey, we're not leaving YouTube, but we are trying something new called Watch Your TV, which is a streaming service. I think the way it's just this just goes to show the power of communication. When I was in college in my undergrad, I studied communications with a focus in advertising and public relation. And it really does boil down to how things are worded, because it's amazing how so much of this backlash could have been shifted if we're saying, hey, we are doing Watch Your TV. We're going to give Patreon members a code that's good for a couple of months. And don't worry, hey, if you're on YouTube, if you don't have the extra cash to support the streaming platform, you're still going to get the content. It's just that if you want earlier access, it's going to be on Watch Your TV, because we appreciate the support. So we want to make sure the content is accessible for everyone. But for those who are paying, we just want to give them, an extra incentive as well as a thank you, kind of like on Patreon where you get a bunch of behind the scenes exclusive footage. Well, we want to, spice things up for the streaming platform as well. It's just that so many things could have been not even so many things, just a few things could have been shifted around to make this look better for Watch Your TV. Because I feel like if things would have been done kind of in that fashion, people would have been like, yo, okay, I never expected Watch Your TV to, get a streaming platform, but it's good to see these 3 underdogs are taking it. They're leveling up as opposed to excluding a huge percentage of the fan base that made them who and what they are today. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Let me know if you're a Patreon member, if you are using the code, and maybe, you can let me know, is there some sort of expiration date for, hey, you have this code for a 3-month pass, but you have to use it before, such and such a date, or it expires. It's no good. So thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.